You know, there are a few times in this game that I am so happy about just being able to walk through dungeons we've already done.
I can see how that's distinctly applicable here. Like, it wasn't even that... Okay, I mean, I was about to say it wasn't even that long based on the length of the last video, but then I remembered that that's after all the editing. So maybe I'm not really in a position to comment on that.
I mean, it wasn't that long. It was just it's just one of those things that sucks to go through. Anyway, I sure hope you like the sound of this waterfall, because it's the only fucking thing you can hear in this village.
Yeah, I can just about make out some kind of charming JRPG flute, but...
3 men, 1 lady, and a blue gravesman. You're looking for a lady, aren't you?
Yes? Why?
Really strong and amazing, right?
I don't know about that. Who are you?
Oh, I'm being rude. I'm Mayfi, one of the keepers of the Celestial Tree. I'm just a beginner, though.
Hey, you're one of the people that everyone's about to blame for all the good stuff that's not happening.
She told me about you. Said she had something to take care of, and that a bunch of people might come while she's gone. She told me to ask you to wait a while. You do know her, don't you? Why don't you come to my place till she comes back?
I appreciate the
Right
lengths
over there.
to which they went to not say her name.
I mean, do we?
Well, we don't know her name, but, like, Mayfi does. I would be willing to bet that every single person in this village does. But it's always that lady.
I guarantee you that in Japanese this would have been full of that exact phrase that gets translated as that person. Except it just happens that the fact that the person's a woman doesn't actually clarify anything for us, so they can get away with doing it, and they don't have to liberally say that person.
Like, look at this entire conversation that we just had with her.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that it's even a tiny bit less awkward in execution, but you know, we'll take the tiny victories that we can get. Also, wow, even inside we can still hear the waterfall.
That might be the fire that you're hearing.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking that, you know, for all that I thought the waterfall was going to be grating, and, you know, maybe it still will be, but for the time being, I'm quite grateful for it because it saved me from having to get full exposure to Mayfi's voice acting. Anyway, we're about to hear some lore again.
We sure are. Well, maybe. I don't know if I'd qualify this one as lore, but I'm definitely on board with Callus asking, is this going to be a long story before we start?
Yeah, relatable. And totally on brand. You know, I guess this is a little lore to someone. I don't know how I feel about Mayfi's stats, incidentally.
I mean, she is a keeper of the Celestial Tree, so I mean
it's suitably ornamental. I just don't know how I feel about it as an ornament. I don't know if I like. Yeah, I mean, I've got no problem with the fact that it's obviously not practical because it's obviously like ceremonial and ornamental. It's just like, I think it looks completely ridiculous. I mean, that really wasn't that long a story. I don't know what they were also worried about.
That just means we have plenty of time left over to ransack their house.
I mean, we wouldn't be a good JRPG protagonist if we didn't. So, like, do we have a clear idea of what we're doing here, other than just waiting?
No, we are, in fact, very explicitly wasting time. That is our current goal.
And if I'm just assuming, based on the fact that it's a JRPG, that by wasting time we are in fact required to do one specific thing, after which time will be deemed to have passed. Also, did Talos just express actual curiosity regarding a matter, like, against our urging to not?
He did. Man really wanted some cookies. Well, he wanted to learn about some cookies. The same cookies that he blew the guy off at the stand for, of course.
No, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it would be like, okay, sure, like let's have the man want some cookies, but that introduces a big character inconsistency. That's just sad. Anyway, yeah. Praying for the water wheel to work again. I don't know, I feel like there's a other course of action that's appropriate here.
Well, Gibari has taken a shine to her, and he has decided we are going to get her some fucking cookies.
Ah, there's our callus. But, like, you know, it's not like we've got anything better to do.
Thank you, small child, for interjecting in this conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, who the fuck was that? Like, for a second there, I wasn't sure if, like, it was just somebody speaking and they weren't being credited properly, or if, like, the person who just wandered in from stage right was just a coincidence. But I guess they just walked down here to come and snark at us and then walked away. So, sure, why not? This sure is a plot thread, huh? I mean, I use the word plot thread very lightly here, but, like... Ugh. This is just some JRPG antics.
Ah, but he can't give us any cookies. He doesn't have any. So we're gonna have to get him some ingredients.
Okay, sure. Trade quest? Trade quest.
Well, he needs a celestial flower seed. And wouldn't you know it, we just happen to have one of those in our pocket.
Aha. Well, rather, we've, like, condensed the fundamental essence of one down into a card and we can bring it out. I kind of don't really get that. I feel like the card is kind of actually more of a problem to carry around than the seed. Does that ever come up? Like, hey, here's a tiny thing that's physically smaller and lighter and more portable than a piece of paper. But let's put it in a piece of paper. I am never, ever gonna let this go.
Well, since we've given up our seed, we should probably go get another one. Just in case. You never know. And you know, since we're here, we'll also just steal her bed.
What? So, I'm sorry, what? What the what the fuck is happening? And like, the bed didn't even change, so did we actually steal the mattress, or did we just draw it on a card, or what?
I appreciate that we went so far out of our way to get these cookies, and as soon as we bring them back, she's like, "What are these?"
Uh-huh. That's certainly one use for cookies. Hey, did someone say guardian angel?
No, we're a guardian spirit. Totally different.
Well, forgive me, right? I mean, but we're totally going to be intervening anyway, right? I am immediately and intensely suspicious of this.
Nonsense. She offered the cookies, she prayed to the angel, and the water wheel was fixed.
Yep, that checks out.
I say, if that's not a miracle, I don't know what is.
I'm a huge fan of the bouncing bird just bouncing up and down in place on top of a spinning wheel. That's some mastery of physics. I like this kid. They got their priorities in order.
I mean, he's done more to affect the world than almost everybody in this plot so far, so...
I mean, proactive, inventive, exactly enough of an opportunist, is like respectful and tactful of other people's beliefs, and wants to accomplish, you know, the broad good. Kid's got it figured out, all except for the outfit. What is going on there?
What, would you not dress your child as, like, an eggplant? Is that not what you do in Britain?
Like, I can't say that it is. I definitely do not have any experience with that spherical an outfit. Like, how does... That just seems like it would be an enormous pain, even for, like, a small child who never got sick of the novelty. Oh well. I guess they had to fuck up something, given how much, like, of the entire rest of existence they seem to have figured out.
So you came.
Saved our hides. We can't just walk away.
Talking about, yes you can.
Thank you again for saving us back there.
Don't mention it. It's no big deal.
Who are you, anyway? Why did you help us?
Do you seriously intend to face Geldo blame?
I mean, not
Yeah.
if we can avoid it, but it's kind of
We'll
starting
do
to
what
look like we
can to thwart
can't.
their plans.
Sounds like you have a death wish.
Finally, someone who understands
We're not
us.
going down that easy, no matter who we're up against.
Oh man, now he's starting to talk like a protagonist,
Worse, I
though, and I
guess.
don't like it.
Let's go.
Huh? Hey, where are we going?
The celestial tree. To see it bloom.
What? Why?
To get the End Magnus. That's what you're here for, isn't it?
I like this lady. She's got this figured out.
Yeah,
Hey!
can't say we're prevaricating any.
You haven't even told us your name.
My name? It's Savina. Follow me.
Who is she, anyway? Kinda weird, isn't she?
Yeah, it's almost like
Let's follow her.
somebody's name
We've
is just
got
a detail.
nothing to lose.
Anyway, I've just noticed the very slow periodic water drip that's coming through the ceiling that I think I saw in a different building before, but I thought it was just like a weird compression issue because the compression around it very visibly changed. So I have no idea what's going on with that. But, I guess everyone's roof is just leaky.
I mean, they do live under a waterfall.
Fair. But also, they don't seem to really have roofs. They seem to live in trees. I'm not really convinced of the architecture of any of this.
Well, at any rate, Savina's joined the party now, and we'll talk a bit more about her next time. She's an interesting party member.
I mean, party member number 5, I'm starting to expect gimmicks at this point. Number 5 is definitely the right number to start being interesting. You know, I'm also starting to get real quietly suspicious of this star map, because it seems like it's kind of filling up. And like, this is the kind of thing where like in a game we're like, wow, this seems to track roughly with game completion, but frankly I know better.
Oh no. As I said, we've put like 11 constellations into that thing, and it has like 50.
Oh, okay. I mean, it looks like it's filling up, but I guess it might just be a lot denser than it seems at first glance. Yeah. Well, okay. That sure was something.
We're gonna take a second and clean out the shop before we head off to the final area, actually, for Anduinu. It's got some we've got a pretty good haul from these photos, so
Yeah, it looked like our money just like quadrupled there. I can't say I was paying strict attention, but I got the impression we just sold a bunch of stuff for a bunch of money. Also, I don't know what it is about the phrase light and dark yell that I find so funny, but something about them is just kind of innately hilarious to me, so it's just like a little light yell. Just me? Okay.